Looks like cantaloupe. Yeah. There's a little cantaloupe growing right there. Some kind of box smell on her cantaloupe. This weed here reminds me of a plant I used to grow called Chinese lantern. All right, get down here a little further and then we're going to open this video proper like. Nice walk. And welcome back, everybody. This is M Hood Fishing. This morning in this video, we're going to talk about the soft plastics I bought at Walmart yesterday. We're going to try them out and all that good stuff and hopefully catch some fish with them if they work, right? All right, let's get into this. Here we go. This is what I bought. They're by B&M Fishing. Got two kinds. Now this is a 10 pack and this is a 20 pack, but they're both the same price. They were 96 cents before tax. This one is a lemon lime chartreuse 2-inch multicolored grub. It's a curly tail. These are curly tails as well, and they are also 2-inch, but this is a 20 pack straight up chartreuse. As you can see, the whole body has silver flake and the tail has silver and gold flake, I'm sorry, on this one as well, but just the tail. We're going to get them out and show them to you. I'm going to show you what I like right off and what I don't like right off. I haven't fished these yet, so let's give it a go. I also bought these. Now, we all know what these are. Most of us do anyway. These are Roadrunner jig heads. Let me get one out. I was out of this particular size. This is my favorite size to throw here on the Mississippi River for white bass. This is a 1/16 ounce. I do throw bigger, but not so much from the bank. I find that you go bigger than this, you're gonna get snagged a lot here when you're bank fishing. It'd be better to throw the next size up from a boat rather than from the bank. These are chartreuse 1/16 ounce Roadrunner jig heads. Now, I wanted curly tails at a different size. I'm just gonna pull out some random ones I have here. These are like a white chartreuse, white and chartreuse mixed curly tail. The size of this is about 1 inch. So why did I get ones that are 2 inches? Well, let me tell you. Wow, there's fish here. So the reason's a pretty common Walmart story. I went there and they didn't have exactly what I wanted. They had the 1/16 ounce Roadrunner jig heads, obviously, but they didn't have any curly tails at the size that I wanted. It was kind of disorganized, ill-stocked, if you could get that. It just seemed like an ill-advised stocked section, but it was also overpicked. So I wanted some chartreuse curly tails, some different curly tails, because I was so low on what really works here, and that's the closest I could find. Now they're cheap, which is good. The size is all right. I wish they were a little smaller. I could cut them down though. Let's get into them. Let's get one out and get it on a hook and talk more about it and fish and catch a fish. So I'm going to take one of these out. This is the color that I actually really like. This lemon lime chartreuse. I really like the body. It's like two different colors here. This one looks good. Look at it. But they all have this nick in the tail, and I don't like that. See where that nick is, and it's kind of torn? It's not going to last long, in my opinion. I'm going to get back into this package and try to find one that has another problem that some of these have. I might have to pull a few out. Here we go. Here's one. Not all of them are like this, but look at this. You see how that tail has been folded when it was in the package, and that crease remains? Look at the tail. See how it's not a nice clean curve? It's got that fold in it, and that's probably going to break right there. So I guess there's a reason why stuff is 96 cents, right? Here's another thing I wanted to show you. Okay, you remember the one I showed you that had the nick taken out? Well, there it is, stuck to this one. It must be, I don't know, just not that great. It's just all Walmart had. Pretty normal Walmart story, I'd say. Well, let's get to fishing with them. Here's one that I've put on one of my 1/16 ounce Roadrunner jig heads. This looks okay. I haven't cut it down. I think I can catch fish with this. My tail's not too impressive, but not too messed up. Let's give it a go. Let's see how the action is in the water. I almost forgot. There was someone recently that asked me a question about these types of jig heads. Now, you'll notice that there is no bait keeper on these. Jig heads with straight hooks on them with no keeper or for solid body soft plastics for crappie and white bass and other panfish. Use these types of hooks for solid bodies, not your hollow jig skirts that go on jig heads like this. See, that has a bait keeper right there. You can put a solid body soft plastic on this, but it's going to bunch up and look weird, and this is going to tear it up. You're basically going to ruin your soft plastic by putting it on here. So get your straight hook jig heads without the bait keeper for your solid bodies. Got a little tiny eddy here that I'm fishing. It's got white bass and drum in it sometimes. This river is pretty dirty right now. Let's get this bait close to me so I can see how it's tracking. I mean, it feels normal. Yeah, I know you guys can't see this because of the chocolate milk quality of the water, but it looks okay in the water. It's got some okay action on that tail. It could be better, but it's not absolute trash. Not absolute trash. Let's see how well it fares after a few fish, if there are any here in this chocolate milk. Yes. Oh, we got, oh, dang it. Okay, so I think a gar just hit this. Look at that. Look at that. He pulled me down. He pulled me down. So let's fix this and check it out. It's not too tore up. It's not tore up at all, actually. Not at all. Now you'll notice that I have this hooked with the tail up. I always do that, and a lot of guys do, and the reason why we do that is because it produces more action rather than going the other way, hooking it with the tail down or hooking it to the side. Sometimes you'll see me in flounder videos hooking with my tail to the side for flounder. That I like to do that for flounder, nothing else. So I'm throwing upstream and just do a nice medium retrieve with the current. Oh, there we go. There's that gar hanging out in that riprap. Did you see that? Look like a short nose. Woo! Really putting these to the test this morning, let me tell you. There we go. Something hit us. Ooh. I'm not sure if this is a white bass or a gar yet. It could be a drum. It's a drum. We're running on an 8-pound test here. You guys see that? So I'm kind of gently bringing him in. He's around rocks too. I don't want him to rough the line up on those rocks. Come bring him over here. Well, what you reckon? Drum like it? Gar, drum. Now let's see if we can work up to a white bass. Nice. If I had some crab oil at the house, I'd go make lobster out of you, buddy, but this is your lucky day. I bought donuts and sweet potato pie last night. No crab oil. All right, so this jig has been hit twice by a short nose and once by a drum. and it's been hitting the rocks too. It looks fairly intact still, except it's starting to come apart up here. There's a bit of a rip in it right up at the head, but it's in good shape. I think you can catch a few more fish before it's absolutely trashed. So yeah, I've hightailed it back down the trail to look for white bass. Just no sign of them back there. I avoided this area that I usually fish, not just because I fish it so much, but because these boats are here. When these boats are here, the fishing sucks, but I do better on white bass along this stretch where the boats are right now than any other spot around here. That spot we were just in, sometimes there's white bass, but mostly it's drum of lately anyway. So let's see what's up. The American douches messing up my fishing spot. There's a hottie on deck. Here we go, we got us a fish finally. After so many tails in this area, finally picked them up. What do we got? Oh, did you see those black fins? You know what that means, right? Look at them. Check them out, y'all. Here. I had to really work to find this fish. Oh, that is a nice one too. That's a nice one. Put that on rice. Let me get down here and get him. Woo, I think he put some water in my face and yours. Decent fish. All right. Such a nice fish. Such a nice fish. Such a tough morning to get you. I think you deserve to go back. I decided that I have enough food in the house. So. Whoa, there he goes. All right, let's see how this cheap grub is faring right now. He doesn't look too tore up. Still looks pretty good shape. Let's see if we can get another. There we go. There's that little rock hopping fish. They're hiding in the rocks, ambushing bait. That's what they're doing this morning. They're taking a break from swimming around in this chocolate milk. That's another nice looking fish. Ooh, you got some kick to you. Nice. Here you go, go home. It's now after 10 o'clock. For October, it's going to be a hot day. It's like going to be 96 today. So it's warming up and the bite is done. The bite is dead. These soft plastics, if they were over $1, I would steer clear of them because there's too many defects coming out of the pack. But they did catch fish today. The lemon lime colored one was my favorite. I fished with the other, as you saw. It only got bites, it didn't catch fish, but of course I switched to it really late in this session. But the other one worked fine. They tear up really easy. Like I said, they got a lot of defects, but if they're less than $1 and that's all that's there, I would get them again if there wasn't anything better, or if that's all I could afford, I would get them again. But I wish they were 20 per pack for all of them. I don't understand why one was 20 for the same price, the other was a 10 pack for the same price. But whatever, they're less than $1. They work. You're gonna go through them fast. You'll catch fish though, and they do have a wide variety of colors. I just happen to need chartreuse curly tails. So yeah, these days are always tough to fish. Thursdays, this is a Thursday. These boats are always here on a Thursday, and the river came up last night, so that's why it looks like chocolate water, chocolate milk, butt water. It's pretty dirty today, and it, you know, or whatever. Like, share, comment, subscribe, all that wonderful stuff, and I'll see you next time.